Hello there, everyone. How you doing today? I hope you're all well. Today I was looking through my comments and saw a suggestion for a video. Someone said, why don't you go through r/AmITheAsshole and just look at the asshole tags? Well, I'll do you one better. I'm going to look through the asshole tag sorted through controversial. Now, if you enjoy, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and let's get started. Am I the asshole for saying therapy won't help my friend's weight? Whoo boy, we're starting strong today. I, 23 male, was a depressed, chubby kid. I was until a friend at school and I started hanging out at the school gym when we were 15. Now I work out 5 days a week, almost 3 hours a day, and I consistently eat only one protein-filled meal a day with a protein drink a day. It has greatly helped my physique, and I'm now happier and confident. A friend of mine, an old one from school, we'll call Tina, 23 female. Tina has been dealing with depression since childhood because of her narcissistic mother and bullying during middle school. Tina has never gotten medications or therapy because her mom didn't think she needed any. Only one recently. She has gotten therapy and she's on antidepressants. Honestly, she was always kind of fat before. Are you trying to make your case worse with your wording? Anyway, back to the story. But now the antidepressants have made her look like a ball. How is she going to feel better when she's obese? Apparently she started taking walks every day and is adding that up. But walking really won't do anything. I don't want to finish this, but I'm gonna. I texted her offering to go to the gym with her because therapy doesn't really help with weight issues. The gym actually releases chemicals to help make me feel better. I told her that I want to help her improve herself and feel better. She told me that everything I said was unnecessary and that it's her journey, not mine. I'm just trying to help. Being fat and miserable won't do anything. Am I the asshole? You are such an asshole that I can't even come up with a degree of assholery you're assholing about. You are indeed the asshole. For our next story we've got, am I the asshole for kicking my daughter out after she went behind my back? I can't sleep, and this is the reason. I, 39 male, kicked my daughter, 16 female, out of the house after she disobeyed my rules. Without context, I could already say you're an asshole, but let's just continue reading. Just a quick backstory. Me and my daughter never really had a good relationship. She often keeps secrets from me when she was a kid. I would only see her twice a month, and we fought like cats and dogs. And she often lied not only to me, but her mother in middle school. And we fought, and a year ago I got custody over her and her little brother. She had wonderful grades throughout the year, and she was given the opportunity to be in an honors class, and I pushed her into taking the class. She didn't want to do it, and she basically begged me to not take the class, because she didn't think she could do it. But I believed in her and signed her up for it. Oh! Throughout the year, she has gotten grades 70 and lower because she was not putting in any effort. She would come home, study for no more than 30 minutes, play on her phone or Xbox, eat, then go to sleep. Back in February, I decided to get her permit, and she had been getting ready to get the test when I got an email from her teacher telling me her grade was a 62%. I got angry, and as soon as she got out of the shower, we had a yelling match. I asked her why her grade was so low, and she used the excuse that she had a lot going on and that she was trying. I sent her back to her room. Oh my God, and stripped her of all entertainment and electronics until she was done with all of her schoolwork. Even after 2 weeks, her grade never went up. Still, she had nothing. She would stay in her room even after finishing her work and just sleep. I excused her behavior at first for a while, for a breakup she was going through, and bullying, but even after no improvement, I set up a meeting with her teacher and my ex-wife, her mother. After talking, we decided tutoring was the best option. My daughter left the meeting crying, even after school remained mad at me. We got into another argument after she gave me attitude. She went with her mom that weekend and did get her grade up to 75%, but I still wanted her to take the tutoring. I get an email from her principal saying that she had skipped her first session and wanted to drop out of tutoring. I text my daughter that she was the child and I was the adult, and she does not get to make the decisions for dropping out. She texts back telling me that she went to the teacher to study for her test and that's why she skipped. Again, she was making excuses for not succeeding. She did get the issue fixed, but I was still mad when she got home, so I told her to leave. She ended up getting her mom to pick her up and created a sob story about where she was the victim. I'm now getting angry texts from her mother and grandmother about how I'm an asshole, but I just want what's best for my baby girl. So, am I the asshole? I cannot even begin to put in words about how much of an asshole you are. You have the makings, no, not even the makings. You are an abusive parent. Your sight is so focused on her success that you completely neglect her mental health. You do not care about what she wants. You just care that she succeeds. There needs to be a balance between the two. You're the asshole. Am I the asshole for dropping my daughter from my wife and I's medical insurance? My daughter is 23 and I just got a call from her gynecologist. She apparently had previously had an abnormal pap smear that she never informed us about. However, then she got a biopsy, which came back abnormal, and she probably needs LEEPs. I'm very disappointed because I know she got HPV from a boyfriend I disapproved of because he was obviously someone who didn't look like he'd be loyal. And now she's stuck with the consequences, and my wife and I feel like if we pay for her treatment, it will be condoned again. We feel that she has no right to be sobbing and hyperventilating while also going on the "it's not my fault" mantra, and we don't want to enable her further. Now we're making steps towards ensuring that we'll never have to pay for anything she needs medically, and for that matter, materially anymore. Her credit cards have been cut off, but the dropping from insurance process hasn't progressed that far. What makes us even angrier is the fact that she had just lost her entry-level job due to her company closing down, and she continues to see unreliable boyfriends. We raised her better. I built a great family business from nothing, and I shudder at what people would think if they knew my daughter got an STD from sleeping around at such a young age. Am I the asshole? First of all, she never informed you about this probably because she knew you'd react like this. So that implies you have a history with this kind of stuff. Second of all, if you know she just lost her job and are cutting her off from your insurance, if your daughter dies, that blood's on your hands. You do understand that, right? The fact that your own daughter could die from an action you caused, an action you took, makes you a supreme asshole. Not even a regular asshole. No, 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 no. Your asshole is gaping wide, and I'm pretty sure someone shoved 1,300 dildos up it. So it could be gaping wide for everyone to see. Anyway, on to the next story. Am I the asshole for reporting a delivery driver who I thought was lying to get out of doing more work? So today, for lunch, I decided to order from a Mexican restaurant through one of those food delivery services. I've had a bad experience or two where my order was missing some items, but the drivers would always be gone before I realized, and could catch them to fix the issue. I'd always have to report it through the app's support chat, which is such a pain to use because they obviously outsource their representatives, and it's frustrating trying to communicate with them. I usually give up after about a few messages back and forth. When my driver arrived, I told her to stay so I could check the bag and make sure everything was there. I noticed she kind of raised her eyebrows for a moment, but otherwise she stood quietly and waited. Sure enough, a couple of things were missing. I politely said she needed to return to the restaurant and get my missing items. In a very neutral, rehearsed-sounding tone, she said that it's against company policy to do that, and I should contact support through the app. I explained that I prefer to not deal with support. She said they're the only ones who can help, and she's really not supposed to go back to the restaurant. I was a bit annoyed at this point, so I asked what the company policy was on making sure orders were correct. She said that restaurants close the bags for the driver, and they're not meant to open them or the containers inside. Something about food safety violations and not being trained. After a moment, she apologized for the trouble and left. To me, this honestly sounds like a bunch of a BS excuse to get out of doing her whole job. If they can't go back to the restaurant, how are customers supposed to get their food or money back? Support page! If they can't open bags to check the orders, how do they even know they're delivering the right food? It makes no sense to me. So on the page where I rate my driver and can leave feedback, I made note of the situation and explained why I thought she was in the wrong. I then left a 1-star review and revoked my tip. A bit later, I was talking to my sister over the phone, who I thought would enjoy this story because she works for a different but similar delivery company. My sister said, "Did you actually think she was going to go back to the restaurant?" I laughed, thinking she was taking a dig at competing company drivers. But she just said, "I'm not joking. You literally reported a driver for following the rules." At first, I thought my sister had misunderstood a part of the story or something, so I kind of brushed it off. But now, based on her reaction and what both her and the driver said, I'm wondering if they're right. Am I the asshole for reporting her and taking my tip back because I thought she was lying? Everyone, let's applaud the Karen for making an absolute idiot of herself. Good job! You are totally an asshole, and we all know it now. Well, that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below if you are willing to do that. Now here's the ending outro. Hasta la pasta. Hey, can I borrow your attention for a little second? You see, I'm saving up for some equipment items, like a VR headset so I can record in VR chat, or a new AT2020 mic. You can help me fund these by going to my throne in the description below. I'll leave it on the top to help you find it. If you enjoy my video, please check it out. Now, that's the end of today's video. I'll see you later.